Good morning everyone. It's 7 o'clock in the morning and I'm preparing a simple but hearty breakfast. Bread, eggs, and a cup of freshly brewed coffee. I'm gearing up for an exciting adventure today. A road trip to Niagara, Ontario to witness the sheer power of nature and experience one of the 7 wonders of the world, Niagara Falls. So grab a seat and join me on this journey. It's going to be breathtaking. As I hit the road in my trusty Ford Explorer ST, I'm not alone. There are plenty of other travelers making their way to Ontario's scenic gems, with Niagara Falls being the ultimate destination. It's October 2025 and the crisp air marks the beginning of autumn in Canada. As we drive along the highway, I catch glimpses of the vibrant autumn foliage painting the landscape in hues of gold, orange, and red. The sun casts a warm golden glow, making the scenery look almost real, like a painting come to life. As I drove across the majestic Burlington Skyway Bridge in Hamilton, one of the longest bridges in Ontario, the vast horizon began to unfold before me. From this vantage point, the breathtaking panorama of the Niagara region stretched out in the distance, a tapestry of rolling greenery and shimmering lights. The landscape seemed to merge seamlessly with the tranquil blue expanse of Lake Ontario, reflecting the promise of beauty that awaited ahead. Beyond the bridge, the road led me deeper into the heart of Ontario's wine country, a region celebrated not only for its fertile soil but also for its artistry in winemaking. Endless rows of vineyards blanketed the gentle hills, their vines heavy with grapes that would soon become some of Canada's most exquisite wines. The air carried a faint, sweet fragrance, a prelude to the indulgence and serenity that define this place. Known as the ultimate tourist destination in Ontario and the largest wine-producing region in Canada, Niagara embodies a harmony between nature and human craft. Each turn of the road revealed charming villages, elegant wineries, and glimpses of history preserved in time. Filled with anticipation and wonder, I could hardly wait to experience one of the most serene and iconic corners of Ontario. The journey itself was already an adventure, each mile bringing me closer to the thundering majesty of the Niagara Falls, one of the 7 natural wonders of the world. After a bit of driving, I reached Niagara-on-the-Lake, a charming town known as the heart of Ontario's wine country. The rolling vineyards are still lush, even in the fall, their green leaves turning to golden yellows and reds. The air here is rich with the scents of grapes, and the wineries are in full swing, crafting some of the region's finest wines. Along the roadside, you can see the pride of local producers, bottles ready to be shipped to wine lovers around the world. As I drive through the Mississauga street of Niagara-on-the-Lake, I'm struck by the vibrancy of the place. It's buzzing with activity. Tourists stroll along the sidewalks, some indulging in a glass of locally made wine, while others stop to admire the charming shops and historic buildings. The energy here is contagious. It's clear why this town draws people from all over the world. Leaving the charming town of Niagara-on-the-Lake, I turn onto the Niagara River Parkway, one of the most scenic drives in all of Canada. Winding gently along the mighty Niagara River, the parkway offered a breathtaking blend of natural splendor and historical beauty. On one side, streets lush vineyards and elegant stages. On the other, the sparkling river flowed steadily toward its dramatic destiny at the falls. With the windows down, the crisp air carried the scent of grapes, wildflowers, and the faint mist of distant waters. The sunlight shimmered through the canopy of trees, arching over the road, painting moving patterns of gold and green across my windshield. It was as if every mile whispered a new story of Ontario's soul. Hello everyone. As you can see, I'm standing here on Niagara Park Road along Niagara River. I invite you to join with me to explore in this area, in the serene beauty of Niagara, Ontario. Join with me. I stopped at one of the Viewpoint Lookouts, where the river widened like a mirror reflecting the endless sky. From here, the view was simply captivating. The gentle current, the rhythm of life along the banks, and the occasional tour boat gliding gracefully downstream. I stood for a moment, breathing in the calm before continuing my journey southward. A few minutes later, I arrived at the famous Floral Clock, a magnificent display of artistry made entirely from vibrant seasonal blooms. Its hands move silently over a canvas of living color, maintained with meticulous care by local horticulturists. Nearby, the soothing hum of the Niagara Power Generating Station reminded me of the region's legacy, not only of beauty, but of innovation and energy harnessed from the very heart of nature. The contrast between engineering and natural wonder was awe-inspiring. Here we are. I'm standing here in front of Power Generating Station in Niagara. And there are two power generating stations here in Niagara, along the Niagara River and Niagara Park Road. The other one is from the United States Generating Power Station, that one across the river, and the other one where I'm standing in this side is the generating power station in Ontario that supplies 24% of energy in Ontario. So let's take a look and explore this area. Join with me. I continued down the parkway, the sound of rushing water began to grow faintly in the distance. A cool breeze swept through the car, carrying a fine mist that hinted I was drawing closer to my destination. The anticipation built in every turn of the road until, finally, the horizon opened up. And there it was. The mighty Niagara Falls came into view, its thunderous roar echoing through the valley. The sight was overwhelming, an endless cascade of power and grace, framed by rainbows dancing in the mist. Standing there watching nature's masterpiece in motion, I felt a deep sense of wonder and gratitude. The journey that began on the long bridge in Hamilton had led me here, to one of the 7 natural wonders of the world, where the earth and sky meet in a spectacular symphony of sound, light, and beauty. As I continued my drive along the Niagara River Parkway, the sound of the roaring falls grew louder with each passing moment. The mist hung in the air like a silver veil, catching the afternoon sunlight and painting faint rainbows across the horizon. My heart raced in anticipation. I was finally here. The cityscape of Niagara Falls unfolded before me, alive with the hum of excitement. Hotels, restaurants, and attractions lined the streets, each one buzzing with visitors from all corners of the world. I made my way towards the iconic Skylon Tower, its golden top glistening above the skyline like a beacon. From a distance, it stood tall, a symbol of adventure and the perfect vantage point to witness the majesty of the falls. After finding parking for my Ford Explorer ST near the Skylon Tower, I stepped out into the crisp air. The low hum of the city mixed with the deep, distant thunder of the falls. I took a moment to look around. The atmosphere was electric, full of life and anticipation. Grabbing my camera, I began filming, capturing the start of this unforgettable cinematic journey. Hello everyone, as you can see, I'm standing in front of the Skylon Tower, the tallest tower in Niagara Falls. We're gonna continue our journey. Join with me. Let's take a look the Niagara Falls. Let's take a look the wonder of power, the wonder of water. From the base of Skylon Tower, I walked down towards the bustling streets that lead to the heart of Niagara. The walkway curved gently, framed by rows of trees dressed in their seasonal colors. Golden leaves fluttering down like confetti in celebration of the day. Along the path, tourists laugh, families pose for photos, and street performers filled with the air with music and joy. Crossing towards the Fallsview Bridge, the view expanded in every direction. The Fallsview Casino Resort gleamed under the sunlight, while below, the rhythmic pulse of the city echoed through its streets. I filmed everything. The play of light on glass towers, the curve of the road, the gentle rustles of trees, and the energy of people drawn together by wonder. As I descended toward Queen Victoria Park, the roar of the falls became an all-encompassing symphony. The air grew cooler, the mist thicker. I continued filming, capturing close-ups of the cascading water, the vibrant greenery, and the faces of people standing in awe, their eyes reflecting the same amazement I felt inside. Hello everyone. As you can see, I'm standing in front of the Niagara Falls, the wonder of nature and the power of water. Join with me in this journey. Let's go and let's take a quick look. And then there it was, the full majesty of Niagara Falls before me. The thundering curtain of water crashed endlessly into the river below, sending clouds of mist high into the sky. I raised my camera, framing the shot, a cinematic masterpiece crafted not by man, but by nature itself, the power, the motion, the energy. It was all there, raw and alive. Standing at the railing, camera in hand, I felt a deep connection to the place. Every sound, every frame, every drop of mist carried the spirit of this wonder. From the long bridge in Hamilton to this moment at the edge of the falls, the journey had been more than a drive. It was a discovery of beauty, peace, and awe that words alone could never fully capture. Hello everyone. As we ended our journey in this amazing one of the 7 wonders of the world, I would like to say thank you for watching the video and thank you for your support. Please continue to like and subscribe so that we can continue making a good video. We can continue to grow our channel. Have a nice day.